Do you see the benefit of doing like the half in, half out? I mean, I
Oh
like to
yeah.
make sure the customer is like in actually going to be able to pay. So depending on the project, I'll say 50% down, 50% down, 50% on the completion, and that way they've got the skin in the game right away. It's not like I had this great idea and I hope you can make it and we make money.
Well, no, no, yeah. If anybody else has anything to throw in, I definitely have an opinion on that.
I can tell you how Odesk works. It's really great. It really saves a lot of headache. I don't care about the payment basically when it is because it's automatic. When I'm doing time job, hourly rate, the client is billed at the end of the week, and there is some short security period, like several days, and then the money get transferred. So it's usually only about a week before I get actual money. And if for some reason client does not pay this money to Odesk and to me, Odesk will pay it to me automatically because it's protected. And when I'm doing not time job but milestone based, on project based, I can see on Odesk if the money have been paid to Odesk, and the client will have to just push one button to release the funds.
Yeah, Sergey is definitely, when you're using Odesk, that's definitely a more fluid, financially more fluid model. There are costs associated with that, like we were talking about earlier. Odesk does take a portion of that. I found that when working with clients, getting the money is important. And there are times when I will take on an extra expense, like I will tell somebody I'll take a credit card if that will secure the funds right now, right? If I know they're a person who has sent me we've sent me a check or something like that before, and it's not going to cost me anything, and I'll wait. That's fine. I'll do that. But to answer the question that was asked there, do you take money up front? Personally, yes, I do. I say it's 50% up front, and then it's 50% on delivery. And just like what was it's like Matthew was saying, it's to ensure that the person has skin in the game. To ensure that they're serious about the project, and so some people will be surprised by that. They'll be like, "Whoa, you want 50% of the project up front? Well, how do I know that you're not going to, you're good for it?" And I'm like, well, one, I'm good for it. Usually you want to have references. You want to work with people that you can trust. But two, you need to turn that around and say, look, how do I know that you are going to be good for it? And just it should be fair on both sides. So what that generally does is it makes sure that that person is serious. It makes sure that they have some skin in the game. It also makes sure that they pay attention, that they get you the resource files that you need. It makes sure it makes sure that everybody is serious in the conversation, and then it works out really well. And what I'll generally do is I will listen to the person's conversation. I'll get the details of the project. I'll give them an estimate, and I'll say, it's going to be within. I'll give them a range. I'll say it's going to be within this or this, right? And generally that range involves the top end, and then I'll give them an invoice for 50% of that. And what that does is it gives us a starting point for the cost of the project, and then I also tell them that I'm going to bill for actuals. Because if the client, like Ed has talked about, if the client makes it to where they do additional emails or they do additional work or they do additional whatever, and you have to spend more time, then that you should be compensated for that time. So you bill at actuals at the end, and nobody has any surprises, and it all works out pretty well. Wow, we're getting some practice at ejecting people today.
That's right. We've never had this problem before.
No, this is good stuff.
About estimates are pretty hard to define at the start. So you have to be as much vague about them as possible. Don't give, when you give a range, make sure the range is at least twice as long as you have a range from 1 week to 2 weeks, or from 1 month to 2 months, or from half a year to a year. It must be like this.
Yeah, nobody's going to be upset if you come in under budget or under time, but they will be definitely upset if you come in over budget and over time.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we.
Can I comment?
Yeah, please do. Please do.
I'll keep it short. One, due on receipt. Barry, I think you're coming through there.
Yeah,
Two,
he's got a slow connection now.
Short contracts. Yes, I do exactly what you do, Charles. There, I do 50% up front and then 50% on completion. Long contracts, a lot more cautious. If I do an estimate at all, then I will typically do the 50% up front. But then after 1 month, I start billing by the hour, and I charge every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Then I'm done. That's my summary.
Yeah, and I think the takeaway from this, and what we've seen this whole conversation, right, is that there are some common elements. There's vetting the client. There's what to charge. There's how to track your time. There's definitely these common elements we all have to account for, but we also all have different ways of dealing with them. We all have different thresholds of risk. We all have different measurements of what success of the project is, or how we should be rewarded, or so go ahead and try to go ahead and set up what works best for your business. That's the end result. So okay, we're gonna have some more of these conversations as we go along. So hopefully we'll be able to cover some more of this. I definitely want to leave you guys with this thought, and that is seek out other contractors who are actively servicing clients, and brainstorm, mastermind, because that's where you're going to get the gold nuggets. Skip any books that are outdated. Like we were talking about at the top of the show. Not all those technical books out there are maintained like Brian's books are, especially consulting books. They can be a little general, and things move so quickly these days that I doubt there's a book out there that includes Slack or any of these fresh books or any of these other tools that you're going to use to run your business. So seek advice from others, and do the best you can. All right. So next time we're going to talk about game development. The next segment, the grid pattern part of our.
Yeah, I think we should do a short segment on that. But if everybody's willing, we might want to continue finishing off this discussion.
Okay. That's yeah. Well, let's just show up here next week and see how we feel.
In my opinion, this discussion is better than showing how to develop a game for now, because it's something different, something we haven't been talking about before.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I love this part of the conversation. So all right, well, let's do that. Let's agree then. We'll come back next time and we'll finish talking about contracting and stuff, and then we'll just see where we get from there. All right. Well, guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us. You can find everything at facebook.com/CoronaGeek or youtube.com/CoronaGeek. Go back and watch all those previous Hangouts, and we'll be back here next Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific to talk all about mobile app development using Corona SDK. Until then, have a great week and happy coding.